Hey everyone, hey beautiful people, hope you're all well and I hope you're all good. My name is Manuela Beau. This channel is all about the Christian faith, encouragement and lifestyle. So today I just wanted to give an encouragement and even give a word. Detour is not delay. And this actually comes from an experience that I had. A few weeks ago, my husband and we actually visited the Seven Sisters Cliff in Eastbourne. It was very hot. The views were stunning. And I was just like, I had to keep on reminding myself that, oh, I'm actually in the UK. And we went and we actually had a very, very, very great time. When we got to the destination, we walked down the hill and everything, and the cliffs were literally just like 5 minutes away. For us to start walking up the cliff, it was only like 5 minutes away, but because there's the sea, there was like a part where there was the sea like flowing, and it was like as though it created like a river. So all we needed to do was go to the other side, but then the waters was too high. So what happened was we had to go a long way round. So here's me and my husband saying, okay, oh, that's fine, let's just follow these people. There was just like a man and his two sons. They started walking. We just thought, okay, you know what, it shouldn't be hard, let's just go walking, let's just follow them. So here we go, thinking that okay, it's just going to take us 20 minutes, we're just going to walk, and there must be a bridge over this water somewhere to get us to the other side. It was like the other side was literally there. It was just so crazy. But here we are, walking and walking and walking and walking and walking, and we are not getting it. It felt as though we were not getting anywhere. It felt as though this was mission impossible. Literally, I started to get frustrated because I was so hot, and we had been walking for we walked up to almost like an hour, and the scenery was still stunning. We walked by cows, we walked by so much greenery, and for anybody who lives in the city, you know that once you go to somewhere where there's so much nature and greenery and you just see like crystal blue waters, you appreciate it. Whilst we were walking, we also met some amazing and wonderful people along the way, said hi to them, some we spoke with them. I'm saying all of this because I'm trying to get to somewhere. So as we were going, I started to get hot, started to get sweaty, started to get a little bit frustrated because I'm like, oh my gosh, all I want to do is just get to the destination. I just want to get to the cliffs to see the views. Like, how hard can this be? So as we walked and we walked, we actually went the long way round. So we got to a place where we said, okay, let's sit down and let's have lunch, because we'd been walking for over an hour at this point. We sat down, we had our lunch, we spoke, we laughed. So after having eaten, after having had like our lunch, we embarked on the journey again. Now we started walking up, and when we actually got to the cliffs, where we started walking up the cliffs, there was like another hill, and it was just like, oh my gosh. And I've never walked a hill this high, this steep in my life, and I just had to keep on stopping along the way to catch my breath. There was this man, I think he was from the Philippines, and he even started laughing at me. He was just like, you're not even halfway there yet, but just keep on going. So we had a chat with him as well. He said that yeah, he had just come down from the cliffs, that the views are stunning. Like, even though it's hard, it's, you know, very trying and testing because you have to walk a lot and it's very steep and all of that stuff, but it is worth it. And guys, let me tell you this, when we got to the cliffs, we got to the top, honestly, I've never been hiking or been on a hill or even like seen the sea like this. I've never been to anything like this, and it was just so breathtaking. I appreciated the views, I appreciated the scenery, and it was just a lovely and wonderful time. Even though we went the long way around, it is so worth it. Now, dun 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 dun, the way we came, we thought that was the way that we have to go back, and that's going to be like another hour or so of our time, and it was starting to get late. So my husband was like, okay, we've seen this, and obviously we're definitely going to come back again. We're going to have to try and go back and see. So it was so funny because I kept saying to my husband like, oh, don't worry, God will make a way. So we started going back down the hill, and we took like another way to go down. I love adventures. We were really on an adventure. I'm like, no, let's not go this way. Let's go down this way. Let's go this, that, and the other. And so as we did, we started walking. My husband's like, oh, remember that's where the sea flowed into like the river, so we can't go over. I'm like, don't worry, God will make a way. But I was just like, from afar, I was like, oh, I can see people actually coming from there. Let's just go and see. He was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, we can actually see people coming from there. As we went, the water had actually gone down. So then we had to take off our shoes and everything and actually cross over the waters. And it was quite painful because it's stone. It's not like sand or anything. So walking, and the water felt so good because it was so hot. Just having like our feet in cold water just felt so good. And again, we met some wonderful people. There were some girls, I think they must have come from Germany or something, and they'd asked us if we can take pictures for them. We did, had a little chat with them, and then we went about our way. And then when we were actually going, I actually looked back and I'm like, oh my gosh. So when we were coming, this was the way, like there was literally a hindrance, like this place was blocked, we couldn't go that way. Like, look how fast it was. And I'm like, we thank you, God, because you truly made a way for us to come back. We didn't have to go round again. So I say all of this to say, well, when we were on this hike and we were there, when we were coming back, the Lord just dropped these words in my spirit. Detour does not mean delay. Yes, at times we're going to have to take a longer route. It can be strenuous, it can be difficult, it can be hard. You can start getting frustrated, but do not give up. When God takes us on a detour, it's for us to experience things, to see things for what they actually are. Because if we hadn't had gone all that way around, that scenery that we saw, those different places of that location that we saw, we wouldn't have been able to see them. All those different cows and animals and birds, and I'm not an insect person, but even just seeing like certain insects that we don't see in the city, I actually appreciated it. We were able to breathe in fresh air. We met some beautiful and wonderful people along the way that we even got to converse with. If we hadn't had gone that way, there was no way that we would have been able to see them. My husband and I wouldn't have been able to sit down in that location where we sat down to actually talk and laugh. It would have just been all about the cliffs, walking there, walking back, and that's it. But the fact that we went on a detour, it enabled us to have like a much greater experience of the place, of the location. And so that's just to say that when you may be finding yourself in a detour right now, but don't tell yourself that it's delayed. Appreciate, just sit down and try and see and find the beauty in this detour. Try and find the beauty in this experience, because it's a journey, it's an adventure that the Lord is taking you on. Because what will it be worth if, God just takes us straight to the destination and we get there and we won't really appreciate it? But when we know that we've had to work for it, we've had to, had to do some digging, had to do some walking, even if we've had to stop along the way to breathe and all of these things, we know that once we get to that destination and we are able to see the views and experience what it is that the Lord has for us, we will appreciate it even more. And so I just wanted to share this with you. If you are finding yourself in a situation or a state where you are starting to get frustrated, you are starting to get fed up because you're like, oh my gosh, God, you promised me this, you showed me this, and it's just like, I just feel as though I'm just not getting there. God, when will I get there? Trust me, you will. Instead of complaining, instead of worrying, instead of giving into the feeling of feeling fed up and wanting to go back, but then even when you look back, you see that you've come too far to go back. You might as well keep on going, and you're just conflicting with yourself. Just stop, breathe, and just allow yourself to find the goodness in this experience. Allow yourself to have another perception and to see things differently and to see the beauty of where you are at, because you might miss something that you may never get back. You might miss something that it may take you a very long time to get back. And God never does things just by chance. Everything with God is very strategic, it's very planned, and it is for our good. Again, just to remind you that detour is not delay, and delay is not denial. That's another thing. We know that saying very well. Delay is not denial. Even though it's taken longer for you, it doesn't mean that God is denying you anything, but he wants to take you on an adventure and on a journey with him. Because trust me, it will be worth it. When you get to that destination and you look back, you will appreciate the different sceneries that you saw. You will appreciate the experience. You will even appreciate the different people that you have met along the way, that you know full well, if it wasn't for this detour or this delay, you would never have met them. Be encouraged. And I really hope that, again, this has blessed and encouraged someone. And if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to share it with a loved one, and I will see you in my next video. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day, night, evening, dawn, wherever you are in the world.